Your revenue falls by 3%, EBITDA falls by 27%. But you say that you see a gradual recovery in the foothills at the end of the first half. So take us through where those green shoots of recovery are and how quickly can you get back to pre-COVID levels. Good morning, Alain.
Good morning. Thank you for having me, Manas. Indeed, it has been quite a tough second quarter of 2020. The first quarter was very, very good. So we were off to a very good start 2020, and then COVID hit. So the reality of where we currently are is that we are in a gradual recovery. I would say the recovery is a bit faster than expected, just a bit faster than expected. People are coming back to malls. They're coming back to their old habits with some sticky habits that have emerged, I would say, primarily during the COVID in terms of acceleration of digital primarily, as well as people enjoying the convenience of new ways of meeting, using technology much more in their day-to-day lives. We don't think that the recovery we can actually define when the recovery will come back before we have a vaccine and we're clear about when will the vaccine be available. Everything indicates that we should have a vaccine around the end of the year, which means that it should come back to normal by, I would say, somewhere in Q2 2021, if all goes well.
Alain, you've benefited quite a bit from the increased online activity, and you've always been quick to recalibrate or refine your business model as needed. Is it time to consider a full digital transformation here?
Well, absolutely. I think digital, it's just the current reality that we're living, and we've seen a big acceleration there during COVID, and thanks to the fact that people simply could not meet in person again and experience I would say, the life the way it was. So the reality is we've seen an increase of about 263% of our digital grocery retail, as well as an increase of about 50% in the sales penetration between January 2020 and basically June 2020. This means simply that this acceleration is now going to allow new horizon in terms of capabilities, possibilities. We've opened at Majid Al Futtaim 3 new fulfillment centers and dark stores. So our ability to serve better at scale and a wider audience is basically improving. We're doubling down on digital across the region. We have the right social demographics, the right internet penetration and mobile penetration. So we see a big future for that. And this doesn't mean that omni-channel and brick-and-mortar experiences will not be there and wanted. We're seeing people coming back to all of our habits, but new ones are emerging and I think will stick.
I am that customer, Alain. Don't worry. I still like the mall, and I'm getting to grips with your website. Look, you did give tenants a 3-month helping hand with rent. Can you tell us how much that cost? And will you be offering additional programs into the end of 2020, 2021? So the cost and what's planned next, Alain?
So 2 things on that. One, we've given total rent relief to our tenants during the closure period that were mandated by the governments. 2 is we continue to develop programs to support our tenants because they are our business partners and our interests are aligned. For us, making sure that our tenants operate in the best possible way and have the best possible business goes directly into our bottom line. So this is something that's extremely important for us, and that we are on a daily basis engaged with our tenants in order to get a win-win situation for them, for us, but also for the customer.
I mean, Alain, we've seen the pain from retailers around the world, and I'm thinking here of the latest news that we got from Marks & Spencer. They are planning to cut about 7,000 jobs, and they're just, the first in a series of others that have been trimming back on their operational expenses. Are you looking to get a little bit leaner, perhaps in anticipation of this bigger shift to online? Are you looking to reduce your footprint on the staff count?
So we've been very clear from day one that we are committed to our people and committed to the basic salaries of our team members, and this is something we have walked the talk on. This being said, It continues to be business as usual whenever we need to get more efficiency, but also more resilience, which is something that we have learned, all of us, during this pandemic. So the new reality is our new jobs coming online due to the expansion of the digital business, and this is good news. But also we'll have to introduce at the right time, and basically depending how the industries move, the right levels of efficiency in order to maintain our cost base at the right levels. So what I would say is we have seen a lot of retailers that are suffering from this reality, and this has depended on their plans, what they have been doing in the past 4 years, and how ready they were for this kind of, I would say, for this kind of economic catastrophe.
Alain, there was one line that stood out to both of us. Majid Al Futtaim plans to open 55 new Vox cinema screens in the second half. That is a brave call, or is that just business as usual, Manus? There will be a vaccine. This is a smart call. Brave or smart, Alain?
Well, I'd like to say both, smart and brave, which is how Majid Al Futtaim operates. One is we are seeing people wanting to come back to movies, wanting to come back to the cinemas. The reality is that the industry has decided, unfortunately, to delay the second half planned releases to 2022, which is impacting the cinema business for now. But whenever we have a new movie coming out, we're seeing a lot of comeback to the cinemas. So I wouldn't say that the cinemas so far is an industry issue in terms of people not wanting to go back to the movies. Being in the cinema is as safe as being in a restaurant, if not more. The point here is the content, and I think we are in continuous conversation with studios in order to encourage them to release content internationally, given the fact that the US market continues to be closed. So in the region, there is big demand on cinema, especially in Saudi Arabia, as you know. We are pioneers there. We're number one across the region, and this is a business that we continue to be committed to going forward. And I think it's a business that has a big future, but we have to be smart about it.
Alain, looking forward, apart from the cinemas, what other projects are you especially excited about that we might not know about yet, or that might get announced in the coming, let's say, 3 to 4 months that could catalyze some additional revenue, some additional opportunity for you?
I would say that future revenue and opportunities are going to come from scaling up a lot of our current operations. We have some very interesting lifestyle proposition that will come online by end of October, early November, that we will be announcing shortly. This is something that will really be a value add to actually our customers in the region, starting in Dubai. We're also very happy with the scale up of our digital business and our ability to have a seamless omni-channel proposition that's also becoming at scale across the region. So a lot of plans that are still there. Yes, we have relooked at the timing of some of the projects that were planned earlier, taking into account the new reality and the impact that this will have. Travel and tourism will continue to be, I think, to a large extent, constrained by this new reality. We still have to see how would that fare going forward. But life continues. It's coming back. Yeah. I think people are coming back. It's a matter of trust. And we have a big role to play in order to make sure that that trust is there and people feel comfortable and safe coming back to our assets and enjoying consuming.